Dear students, today we shall learn about fractions and decimals for class 7 mathematics. Last year you have learned about fractions and you have learned that fractions means part of a whole. Okay? Part of a whole. That means we write 4 by 5. This means 4 part out of 5 part. This is fraction. And you have learned three types of fractions, mainly proper fraction, then improper fraction, then you have learned about mixed fractions. And what does proper fraction mean? When we have the numerator less than the denominator. When I write 2 by 7, here 2 is the numerator and 7 is the denominator, and 2 is less than 7. So when numerator is less than the denominator, then we say that it is a proper fraction. And what about improper fraction? When the numerator is greater than the denominator, it is called improper fraction. Here the numerator is greater. Okay. So this is called improper fraction. Already we have learnt this in class 6. And this improper fraction can be converted to mixed fraction. We can write 5 by 3 as 1 whole 2 by 3. Why? Because if I divide 5 by 3, I have 1 here, 1, 3 1 is 3. So if I subtract 5 minus 3, then I get 2. So this is the whole part. So 1 whole 2 by 3. So 1 whole 2 by 3. So we write it as 1 whole 2 by 3. And this is mixed fraction. So improper fraction can be converted to mixed fraction. In the same way, mixed fraction can be converted to improper fraction. And how to do this? Suppose I want to convert this mixed fraction to improper fraction. Then I have 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2. So 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2. And the denominator remains the same. So it gives you 5 by 3. As you have already seen, it is 5 by 3. Okay. So in this way, we can convert improper fraction to mixed fraction and mixed fraction to improper fraction. And in class 6, you learned another thing, that is equivalent fraction. You have also learned about equivalent fractions. So what are equivalent fractions? When two fractions are equal. Okay. If two fractions are equal, suppose I write 2 by 3. Now, and I write 4 by 6. You see, these two fractions are equal. If I multiply this numerator and denominator by 2, I get 4 by 6. So 2 by 3 and 4 by 6, these are two equivalent fractions. Similarly, if I write suppose 8 by 16, and if I divide this by 2 and the denominator by 2, I get 4 by 8. So 8 by 16 and 4 by 8, these are also equivalent fractions because they have the same value. So from this we know that by multiplying a fraction by a certain number, we get some equivalent fractions. Also, by dividing a fraction by a certain number, we get equivalent fractions. So both multiplying and dividing, we get equivalent fractions. And remember, when we multiply and divide, we have to take the same number for numerator and denominator and divide it. Okay, we cannot divide the numerator by one number and the denominator by another number. Now let us find some equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. Okay, we shall try to find some equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. Now 3 by 5 can be 3 into 2, 5 into 2. So we get 6 by 10. This is one equivalent fraction. If I multiply 3 by 5 by, suppose 3 into 4, 5 into 4, also I get 12 by 20. This is another equivalent fraction. If I multiply 3 by 5, so 3 into 5, 5 into 5, also I get another equivalent fraction. So in this way, by multiplying 3 by 5 by different numbers, I get different equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. So if I go on multiplying, I can get infinite number of equivalent fractions. So equivalent fractions are infinite in number. Okay, if we go on multiplying or dividing, then we go on getting different equivalent fractions. Okay, now let us come to the operations, basic operations related to fractions. Okay, operations on fractions. First, we shall take an addition. How to add fractions? Let us add 1 by 4 and 2 by 4. Here you see we have the same denominator. When the denominators are same, then simply we have to add the numerators. Okay, so this gives 3 by 4. Another example, suppose 2 by 5 plus 1 by 5. This gives 5. 2 plus 1 equal to 3 by 5. Now, if the denominators are different, how to add them? Let us take one example, 2 by 5 plus 1 by 7. Here we have denominators 5 and 7. Here we have to make them like fraction. Okay, and if I write 2 by 5 as 2 into 7 by 5 into 7, I get 14 by 35. If I write 1 by 7 as 1 by 7 into 5 into 5, then I have 5 by 35. Now we can add 2 by 5 and 1 by 7 by 2 by 5 plus 1 by 7. This gives 14 by 35 plus 5 by 35. That is equal to 19 by 35. Okay. Let us take another example. Suppose I want to add 3 by 7 plus 2 by 14. Here you see 3 by 7. Here in this example we have taken the like fractions, then we have added. Now we shall try to add in other way. Without going for like fraction, directly we can go for LCM. Here we shall try to find out the LCM of 7 and 14. And you know LCM of 7 and 14 is 14. So it is 14. Now we have to divide this LCM by the first denominator. So 14 divided by 7 gives us 2, and then we shall multiply 2 with the numerator. Okay, so it is 3 into 2 plus 14 divided by 14 is 1, so 1 into 2. Okay, it is 2 into 1. This gives us 6 plus 2 by 14, that is equal to 8 by 14. So in this way we can divide, we can add fractions by taking LCM. Okay, now let us take another example. 3 by 11 plus 3 by 11 plus 2 by 22. Here again LCM of 11 and 22 equal to 22. Now we have LCM 22. So divide 22 by 11, we get 2. Now multiply it by 3. So 3 into 2. Now 22 divided by 22 is 1. So 2 into 1. This gives 6 plus 2 divided by 22. That is equal to 8 by 22. Right? And the subtraction, then we shall go for subtraction. Okay, let us think about subtraction. Okay, now let us take one example. 2 by 7 minus 1 by 7. Again, when the denominators are same, we just subtract them. So 7, 2 minus 1, it is 1 by 7. So when the denominators are same, we just subtract the numerators, and we get 2 minus 1, that is 1 by 7. Now let us take another example. 3 by 5 minus 2 by 7. This gives here LCM of 5 and 7 equal to 35. So we shall take the LCM first. Then divide the LCM by the first denominator. So 35 divided by 5, it gives us 7. Then multiply it to the numerator. So 3 into 7. Now divide 35 by 7, we get 5. So then multiply it to the numerator. This gives 2 into 5. So this is equal to 21 minus 10 divided by 35, and it gives 11 by 35. Okay, so in this way we have learned how to add and subtract fractions. Now let us take some examples. Ramesh solved 2 by 7 part of an exercise, while Seema solved 4 by 5 of it. Who solved the lesser part? Here we have to compare the fractions 2 by 7 and 4 by 5. And when we compare 2 by 7 and 4 by 5, I have to make them first like fractions. So 2 by 7 equal to 2 into 5 by 7 into 5, that is 10 by 35. Now 4 by 5 equal to 5 into 7, 4 into 7, that is equal to 28 by 35. Now you see that we have changed it into like fractions, and once we have changed into like fractions, then we have to look for the numerator, and which is the greater one. So 28 is the greater one and 10 is the lesser one, and we have to find which is the lesser one. So as we know that 10 by 35 is less than 28 by 35, so 2 by 7 is less than 4 by 5. Okay. Now let us take another example. Samira purchased 3 whole 1 by 2 kg apples and 4 whole 3 by 4 kg oranges. What is the total weight of fruit purchased by her? So here Samira has purchased apples and oranges, and the quantity of apple is 3 whole 1 by 2 kg, and quantity of oranges is 4 whole 3 by 4 kg. So what is the weight of total fruits? So weight of total fruits, and weight of total fruits means 3 whole 1 by 2 plus 4 whole 3 by 4. And if we convert into improper fraction, we have 3 into 2, 6 plus 1, 7 by 2 plus 4 into 4, 16 plus 3, 19 by 4. Then we have to add, and here LCM is 4. LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. It is 7 into 2 plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. So it is 19 into 1. And this gives 14 plus 19 by 4. Okay. And it gives 33 by 4. And again, if I convert it into mixed fraction, I have 8 whole 1 by 4 kg. So total weight of all fruits is 8 whole 1 by 4 kg. Now let's take another example. Suman studies 5 whole 2 by 3 hours daily. She devotes 2 whole 4 by 5 of her time for science and mathematics. How much time does she devote for other subjects? Now we are given the time devoted by Suman for study, that is 5 whole 2 by 3 hours, and out of this she devotes 2 whole 4 by 5 hours for science and mathematics, and we have to find out the remaining time for other subjects. That means we have to subtract. Now the remaining time for other subjects. equal to 5 whole 2 by 3 minus 2 whole 4 by 5 hours. Okay, and this is equal to 3 into 5 15 plus 2 is 17 by 3 minus 5 into 2 is 10 plus 4 14 by 5 hours. Now we have to subtract it, and LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 17 into 5 minus 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 14 into 3. Okay. Now 17 into 5 is 85 minus 14 into 3. It is 42 by 15 hours. Okay. And this gives 85 minus 42 is 43 divided by 15 hour. And if we convert it into mixed fraction, we have 2 whole 13 by 15 hours. So in this way we have learned about different types of fractions, how to compare fractions, and how to add and subtract fractions. So we shall meet again in the next video, when we shall discuss about some more operations on fractions.